When you're working with highly brilliant, highly creative people, it happens fast, right? So I feel like I'm already behind when I walk in the room with a Dre or Eminem. Like, Dre's got ideas before he walked in. That's literally why I'm there, right? And Eminem walks in with a notebook full of awesomeness, right? I'm the one who doesn't know what's going on. So I have to figure it out on the spot. So I figure I'm already behind the ball. Whatever makes my workflow faster, it works in my favor because a great idea can be thrown away quickly if it doesn't happen quickly. I'm Eric Bluetooth Griggs, commonly known for records like No Air, Jordan Sparks and Chris Brown, Straight Outta Compton, the Compton soundtrack, and lots of work with Dre and Eminem.
Hinges on the frames get loose, but only so much. And go on behind closed doors. Arguments seeping through the cracks. Best believe they hearing that. Soon you realize the fact that he ain't got the line. You can tell by the way he thinks that it's alright. Tell me, how does he think he's alright, girl? Today's so dirty, but what's done in the dark comes out in the sunlight. One day you know that he ain't nothing like me. You can tell by the way he thinks that it's
Music production is something I always knew that I was gonna do since I was a kid. I didn't necessarily know what to call it, but I knew what it was and what I was gonna do. The songwriting part of my career started around probably 15 or 16. I only played piano until I was 18. And then I picked up the guitar and then the bass. And since then, I've picked up organ and drums. The inspiration for this track was that sound. But it doesn't sound like that when you open it, right? It has some other different notes here and there, but I got to this by adjusting this screen here. So I can take this note and change it up if I want to, right? Or I can take that and put it down there. It'll sound weird, right? Let's undo that and put it back here. And then I open it up with that. Voila, idea for a track. So if you want to hear Arturia front and center, you can listen to Eminem, Little Engine. This was on the Music to Be Murdered By album that did something like 2.8 billion streams, I believe. You know, I've been using Arturia products longer than I really knew about Arturia. I've had some stuff, you know, you find some gear every now and then, you find some software and you start using it. You don't necessarily register, this is an Arturia piece. I just need a synth, found one, it worked, right? Then I find out that Arturia makes hardware. It's probably at NAMM that I found that out. Arturia makes hardware. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So then fast forward, this Polybrute is crazy. Like that thing is 100% analog, but 100% digitally controlled. So you get the best of both worlds. I'm in love with that piece. And then from a controller standpoint, the way that your software and hardware works together is one of the most seamless integrations I've seen in the industry. I just want to devote a couple seconds to this controller, man, because it's pretty awesome, especially when coupled with Arturia software. Everything you see here is in the software just like it's here, so it's very seamless to go back and forth between the screen and the device. You got a transport here. You can play it from there, stop it, do whatever you want to do from right here. You don't always have to use the computer keyboard, which can feel weird and be cumbersome. You already know what it is. So if you hit this button here, right, Analog Lab, you now have all the faders that you have on the screen right here. And of course, if you go to DAW, you have the faders of your DAW right here. I'm gonna go to a sound that I just made, right? You can scroll through the sounds with this. and I called it Tooth Thin Combo Lead. Bam, right? And now I'm here. So if I want to play with that, so this sound is actually made from two different sounds put together. So that's the cool thing about this. You can layer two sounds. You got part one here, and you got part two there. Part one is a sound from the OPXA. Part two is a sound from the June 6. So we got, but you can also map them across the keyboard if you want to. Like if I want it to just be down here, right? I can have that down here, but not up here. Want to put that back. Now both sounds are all the way across the keyboard. And they color code it everywhere. So if you have the one on top, it's always gonna be orange. The one on the bottom is always gonna be the green one. So it's really easy to see what you're doing. Love it. All right, that's cool, right? But it can be a whole lot better. Check out BuzzForce, right? So, okay. With BuzzForce, I made a preset that gets them right where they need to be. It's called Showtime. That's the first word that came to mind. He didn't like me. You can tell by the way he thinks that it's all right. A little brighter, more present. Yeah. Now I'm also sending those to Reverb Plate 140. Yep, Arturia's Reverb. Check it out. Me, you can tell by the way he thinks that it's all right. I'm also sending them to an Arturia delay. Check it out. Me, you can tell by the way he thinks that it's all right. I love how it doesn't get in the way, but it's right there where I need it. He didn't like me. You can tell by the way he thinks that it's all right. It's all right. But what's done in the dark comes out in the sunlight. Thanks for chilling with me and Arturia today. We appreciate it. I hope you understand how dope they are and what they bring to the table. And I hope it enhances your workflow like it does mine. Peace.